Right, we're looking at simultaneous equations. In this case, two equations, two unknowns, x and y. We need to find the values of both. Now, I'm going to do this by something called elimination, where we get rid of one of the letters by adding or subtracting the equations, and then that loses a letter. We can find the other letter and use that solution to find the one we got rid of originally. So I always try and get rid of y. There's no rhyme or reason. You can get rid of x if you like, but I'm going to do that by multiplying this top one by 5. I'm going to multiply the bottom one by 3. Now when I do that, I'm going to write down what I've got. I've got to multiply everything by 5, so I get 10x plus 15y equals 5. And the bottom one, I'm going to get 9x minus 15y equals 33. Okay, so what I'm now going to do is I'm going to add my two equations. Now, there's a little thing that a student of mine told me called same sign subtract. Same sign subtract, different signs add. And we've got different signs here. If I've got different signs for the y's, which is the one I'm getting rid of. So there you go. Now, I'm going to be adding these two equations, so I get 19x equals 38. The y's disappear because I've got plus 15y minus 15y, so no y's, so therefore x equals 2. Now I'm going to use that value in one of the others. I'll use it in this one, doesn't really matter which one, it should work in both. So you get 2 times 2 plus 3y equals 1, so that's 4 plus 3y equals 1, so therefore y must be minus 1, because I've run out of room, but 3y's have got to be minus 3, so there you go. Now that expect values necessarily not to be whole numbers, but in this case they are, but I've got one answer there and one answer there. Now the second one, it says I've got to form and solve two simultaneous equations. Now we've got some numbers in here, we've got sum, we've got difference. Now sum means add, so if I just call my numbers A and B, because we don't know what they are. It says they add, they sum to 14. It says the difference between them, alright, is 5. Now I have the same amount of B's, and A's, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of the B's, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to get rid of the B's by adding. If I subtract it, I'll get rid of the A's, but either way it makes no difference. So if I add, I get 2A equals 19, A equals 9.5. Right, now I know therefore that B must be, what do I need, 4.5. Okay, because A plus B equals 14, 9.5 plus 4.5 equals 14. Now they'll do halves, they'll do fractions, they'll do, so you can't just guess, alright, so they want you, okay, to actually show some workings. And the key thing about this is you do a step at a time. Don't try and do too much at once. Even I, with all my years of experience, okay, have to set it out neatly and stage by stage. I do not try and do too much at once.